Hey guys, it's Justin, aka Hambone, just here to let you know a couple of things that we have going on with the channel. One, we have a Patreon. If you can and want to support us, you can do that. As little as $1. You can join the Discord. We also have a merch store where you can get some cool shirts, mugs, and stuff with all of our different shows and labels on there. And thank you for all of our supporters that have already been there with us. What is up, guys? I'm here ready to talk some Star Wars. As you can see right behind me, especially the Mandalorian. Mandalorian's popping off a little bit. I thought the first 2 episodes were good. Not the greatest things in the world, but they were still good. They were okay setup episodes or whatever. We're getting like 9. I also enjoyed the fact that this episode 3, really let us like simmer in it a little bit, right? Like it was longer. All the other ones were like 30, 35 minutes long. This one right here ended up clocking in at almost an hour. So I really thoroughly enjoyed that time difference, and it does make it a little more intriguing. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go in each week, you don't know if you're going to get like a short little 30-minute like episode, or if you're going to possibly get like an hour-long episode. And it was like a brilliant, like really a really great surprise, you know, for us to be able to get that hour-long episode. I really liked a lot of the things that happened in this one right here. I like to try to do these without like spoiling every little detail, so you could still watch this and whatever, get a feeling of the episode and everything else. There are some things though that will get spoiled. This right here, oh my God, this right here put a smile on my face. These are true ships of Star Wars right here. The TIE Interceptors. I haven't seen these things in forever. One of my favorite ships in Star Wars right here, period. The sound, just the way they look with their wings and stuff like that, different from the TIE fighters, man. These things are a beautiful work of art. One of the greatest things that Star Wars has ever given us. We see these things in full force. We see multiple, like right here, you see like 6 on the same screen. They come in a couple of different times. Of course, the Mandalorian and Bo-Katan, you know, and them and their ships and stuff like that. They go out there, they do their thing, and they take a lot of these TIE Interceptors out. But God, dude, it was so beautiful watching them go on screen. I'm going to be honest with you. This was some of the best like space type battles, like dogfighting, I guess you would call it, because they are doing an atmosphere and not really in space on this particular episode. Fighting that Star Wars has ever put out there, to be honest with you. Yeah, there are some things in some of the movies and stuff that would eclipse this, but obviously that's movies, but definitely in any of the shows or anything. This right here was impeccable, man. It was beautiful. Chef's kiss out there to anybody that played part in putting this together right here. But that was some of the action that we got. We got the action with Bo-Katan, with the Mandalorian out here trying to survive basically this bombing of Bo-Katan's like home and everything else whenever they come back after seeing you know, the last episode and stuff like that, and the Mandalorian almost dying. Go ahead and finish up their story arc in this right here. Bo-Katan and the Mando actually go to the armorer, and you know, he lets them be known, hey, I bathe in the waters and stuff. So that's kind of how the episode ended. We also got these 2 characters right here. The doctor from I know he's definitely in the first season and stuff like that. I can't remember if he actually showed up once or so in the second season, but guaranteed he was in the first season. He's a doctor doing all the clone stuff and everything else, and he's now at this Republic in Coruscant, which was super awesome to see as well. Coruscant full force on a show, not even a movie. Oh yeah, another thing, and they made it look beautiful and stuff. But here they are, they're walking around and everything else. But don't let the smile on this woman's face fool you. She is hideous. She is nasty. You know what I'm saying? She's setting my man up, but the doctor is actually really trying to change. He thinks some of the things he can do with clone and the clone technology can actually help out even the Republic. He doesn't care. He wants to do his science. He doesn't care about helping the Empire. It never was about that. It was about him trying to do, you know, what he thinks can be done with the technology and you know, and the gifts that he has and stuff like that. So he's here trying to be a good boy, trying to do the thing for the Republic. She talks him into like getting some lab equipment and starting to try to do some things with the clones. So they go out there to get some lab equipment and everything else. They come back, and then in the middle of all that stuff right there that happened, she actually ends up setting his ass up, putting him in a room, and then trying to cook that brain. So I'll be interested to see on the next episode like what happens with all that. And then that was a damn good. That was a damn good bit of the episode, to be honest with you. The story between this doctor and these two former like Empire style people that were holdouts that are now at the Coruscant trying to be reformed and everything. That was a good part of the episode, and I really did like enjoy watching that part of the episode, like seeing like what's going on in the Republic, what's going on in a place like Coruscant and stuff like that while all this is happening. So I actually thought that was really interesting. I actually enjoyed most of it. Yeah, you can nitpick some dialogue here and there, but besides that, it was still a pretty good show. Still rank it pretty high up there. One thing I want to talk about is one of the things that got mentioned here was like, man, all these TIE interceptors just didn't come out of nowhere, right? So somebody actually set them up. Is it just Moff Gideon setting them up? We do know that this series and the Ahsoka series and stuff like that will, and even like a little bit of what happened in the Book of Boba Fett is going to culminate in this big like power team up to go up against Thrawn. They've already hinted at it or almost pretty much said it. Like that's exactly what's going to happen. They're just going to, these shows are going to have their own stories, but then they're going to have to come together to work together to beat Thrawn. Could these ships and stuff coming out of nowhere, are these part of like a Thrawn's units, right? The Thrawn send these ships out there, you know what I'm saying? These TIE interceptors and everything to bomb Bo-Katan's home and everything. That's my biggest question right now. Are they just playing up the Moff Gideon? Or, you know, obviously Moff Gideon might even be working a little bit with Thrawn, but will we see Thrawn by the end of this season? And that's my biggest thing, to actually just see him like in the flesh, even if he doesn't say anything, if it's just like the camera pans over and you see him at the last moment or something like that. Is that stuff right there going to happen? I do not know. I hope so. But let's wait and see, man. Let's enjoy the ride together. Thank you all to the Patreons out there and everything that do what you can for us to be able to do a lot of the stuff that we do and all that stuff. Really super appreciate it. Thank you guys. Can't say that enough. And in this world of strife and bad things, the only thing I can leave you with is always be sexy.